everybody, and welcome to Coach's Corner Kicks, episode number 1. I'm Coach Pat. Behind the camera is Coach Will. Say hi, Will.
Hey.
Hey. And Coach Paul, he's at his mom's having rice balls. Apparently they're killer. And today in episode 1, what we're going to go over is our formation. We're not going to do anything too crazy. If once in a while you hear some coffee in the background, it's Coach Will. He's got a bad cold, just got back from Halifax, and looks like he brought in a nor'easter with him. Okay, so as you see on the board here, we're looking at a bit of a formation. Everyone's wondering, how are we going to play? When we talk about formation, 4-4-2, when we're playing 11v11, we always start from the back, meaning our defensive line, then our midfielders, and then towards our forwards or strikers. Okay, so in our case, and we don't call out the goalie, but in our case, there's our goalkeeper, that's yellow. We're going to be playing basically 2 in the back to start. Okay, so here's our 2 in the back. They'll be playing a central role in our system. After that, we're looking at 2 midfielders flanking either side here of our central midfield. So we have our left and our right, central midfielder, and our striker. What happens is, when we start our game, we want to keep possession. Okay, so now we have our basic formation. Please remember, formation is not formal in the sense that we do not always stick to these exact positions. We're a dynamic team. Our positions, our players will be moving. So if we look at the field, this black dot represents the ball. We're going to assume what things will look like in what we'll call the attacking third. So we have possession. The whole purpose of this formation is to allow us to develop our triangles and our diamonds. So for instance, if our striker has the ball near the penalty area, our wide midfielder will be joining in. Our midfielder will be joining in. And our other midfielder, our wide midfielder on the right, will be joining in over here. Whenever we're 4, we always talk about being a diamond. Well, here's our diamond right here. Okay, and just like we do in practice, if things don't work out over here, well then we switch the ball over here and create a new diamond. And triangle. Triangle, and now we have still out here. So we shift side to side. Now, let's go back to the beginning. We're here. There's our diamond. Okay, so back to where we were. We have our diamond here. We have our options. Option number 1 is we can pass here. Option number 2, over here. If these options don't work, we can always switch, right? So again, there's our diamond. Now, we're not going to neglect these 2 players. On our team, we're always going to have one girl back. Always one girl back. The girl that stays back is the girl that's on the same side as the wide player. So in this case, this girl. This other girl, who's on the same side as our triangle on our ball, is going to come in to complete our defensive triangle. Here's our defensive triangle. Should something go wrong, I have a supporting person should we lose the ball. Okay, so if you look closely, the red pinkish line is for us attacking. That blue line is us, it's like a blue line of safety. That represents our wall. And then here is our last person back, our last girl back. You're covering space here. Okay? Simple as that. Now what we're going to do is look at it from the other side. So now we're here looking at it from the other side. Here's our striker with the ball. It's not always going to be our striker with the ball, but in this case it is. It could also be an attacking midfielder, and more on that in another episode. So again, it's like a mirror. We have our triangle here, but we also have our diamond. So our offensive triangle and our offensive diamond. Something's not working out here, we can switch play and come over to this girl. Now, since we switched sides, this girl was over here before. She will now drop back a bit, which will allow this girl to come in and finish off our defensive diamond, or triangle, I'm sorry. So we have our defensive triangle here. This girl is now covering space over here. It's a lot to cover, but we can do it. Okay, so this girl's covering space here. And one thing not to forget is our goalkeeper. Everyone thinks our goalkeeper stays here. Not our goalkeeper. We're going to be a modern day goalkeeper. Our goalkeeper is going to come out here in case a ball comes loose and finds its way in this area over here. Okay, so it's very simple. Triangle to diamond, defensive triangle. That's all I ever want you to remember. There's no need for this girl to come over here because she's providing a second option should nothing work out on this side. Okay, so that's our first edition of Coach's Corner. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm Coach Patrick. Behind the camera's Coach Will. And like I said, Coach Paul's at his mother's having rice balls. We'll see you next week.